Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a video that is not an episode of Tyria. Then, so
What are we
welcome,
calling this?
welcome back to the channel, I guess, but not the show. You guys can already hear Miko. Welcome.
Yes, I ruined the intro and I'm sorry.
But no, it's a valid question. What are we calling this? I think this is just going to be a impressions. I think this is an impressions video.
Tyria impressions.
Yeah, yeah. Tyria impressions on Guild Wars Reforged, guys.
Yeah.
We have some Guild Wars 1 news, and as we are currently working on a playthrough through the original games, it seemed like a good idea to make this video about a month late. So we're just going to be...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was going to tell you that I kind of like the fact that we went on hiatus and then ArenaNet was like, look it, we've got news. And we're like, okay.
Yeah,
we've got a thing. And it's like, oh, even better.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if we were going to call them out so hard, but yes.
Yeah.
we did our last episode of the Tyria Then show in November of 2025.
Yep.
And about a week later, ArenaNet announced the Guild Wars Reforged patch. And there was some hubbub around them announcing this because a lot of people thought it was like a complete game remaster.
It's not that.
It's not. And that cat's out of the bag now. Like, that controversy has already flickered its flame and then died out.
Was it a controversy? I didn't even...
Yeah, there was like a... we won't name names, but there were some YouTubers that made some very long videos.
See, this is why. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this is just the first patch that was announced went up on December 3rd. They did like a trailer, like a produced trailer.
Yes.
So I think that's more than anything what made people think this was like some sort of remaster launch, some sort of initiative. Mm-hmm. Because they did like this really high production trailer. And then the tagline, right? Like, giving anything a tagline makes you think like, is this a game?
Right. So
I think those led to some misconceptions. I'm not bothered by this. A lot of people were up in arms about it. I don't care. This is mainly just some graphical updates, some utility updates, some Steam stuff, which is very important. And then couple new options you can, for like playstyle options in the game itself. It's a pretty cool patch, I think. I like it.
Yeah. And I think what I liked, because I watched the sort of the Q&A unveiling live stream that they did with Loranity. I liked that the company, the studio that's working on Guild Wars Reforged 2 weeks, that they were founded by former ArenaNet devs. So it was something that it's sort of a labor of love. And the fact that ArenaNet was like, yeah, let's partner up together and do this cool thing for this game that's 20 odd years old and people still love and play it, and why not?
Yeah, I think their little studio that they founded is called 2 Weeks.
2 Weeks. Yep.
And yeah, it's a few ArenaNet alumni, and they were able to partner with ArenaNet to produce this patch for Guild Wars 1. A lot of people have speculated why this patch was produced. What are your thoughts? What do you think ArenaNet's reasoning for putting so much effort into a 20-year-old game is?
Franchise and marketing, and maybe they'll have another game coming out. Not an expansion on Guild Wars 2, but perhaps a Guild Wars 3?
Yeah.
I think that they're trying to position themselves. Like, they've got a franchise now. They've got like ArenaNet. Guild Wars 2 is now over almost 15 years old now.
Yeah, 2012. So like 13 going on, 12 going on 13.
Yeah, so they've got Guild Wars, the original 3, and their other campaigns, and DLCs. They've been around for 20 odd years, and so they've got this legacy now that they're like, okay, this is our thing, and why not make it, lean into it rather than trying to come up with something that's not a Guild Wars game, if that makes any kind of sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but like just lean into it and say, yeah, this is our thing. This is our flagship franchise.
Miko, do you mean to say that Ritlock's Critter Rampage was not a rip-roaring success for ArenaNet?
I don't know.
All right, do you mean to tell me that they didn't make a dime off of that game? I think it was free, so I'm pretty sure they didn't.
No. I had even forgotten about that, so yes.
Well, now we got to do an obligatory 2-hour live stream of Ritlock. I don't even think you can play it anymore.
No, I don't think you can.
I 100% agree with you. I think this is like when you want to refinance your home, so you spruce everything up for the inspector, right? I think they would like people to be interested when they come out with a new game iteration in the franchise, whether it be a 3 or whether it be a spin-off of some sort. So they're going back and kind of getting their shit together with Guild Wars 1, make it an appealing product. A good example of this is the Witcher franchise. You have Witcher 1, 2, and 3, right? But Witcher 3 is the real game. But you want to have Witcher 1 and 2 available there for people who want to get in, like really get into it, right? And I think ArenaNet wants to do the same thing. If they've got a 3 coming or a new game they're going to market, it's going to benefit them to have the best possible prior products to show. And if they can get people to buy said prior products and play them, it's going to make them more money, and it's going to give them more opportunities to create lasting players.
Yeah, I think the I guess kind of standard in the MMO world has been World of Warcraft for so long, and you look at how long that franchise has been around and what Blizzard has done to keep it fresh, how they've gone back to previous expansions and iterations and just kind of refreshed them for the player base and gotten them all excited again. And so that kind of model is not, obviously it's not new, but when it seems like ArenaNet is kind of saying, well, maybe let's do that too.
And it's interesting you brought up WoW's model, because one thing World of Warcraft does that ArenaNet still seems to be incapable of letting themselves do, and this is as far as I'm aware. If anybody knows differently, please let me know in the comments. But I believe WoW bundles everything with whatever new expansion they're selling.
That is my understanding from my Wowster friends.
Yeah, you buy the newest thing and you get everything in World of Warcraft. That's a pretty good deal, and it's pretty good for enticing a new buyer. Me just knowing that one click and I have the whole thing, and I don't have to sweat like tracking little bits and pieces of content down. ArenaNet doesn't do this. Guild Wars Reforged bundles the 3 main campaigns, but it does not include Eye of the North. It does not include the bonus mission pack.
Those are separate now. Well, they were always separate, but now they're branded up as DLCs.
They're extra separate. Yeah, I don't think that's a good call. Just like I don't think I don't know if ArenaNet does this anymore. But back when I played Guild Wars 2, they like piecemealed out Living World episode by episode, very tediously on the Gem Store.
So Living World episodes now are you don't have to like log in while they're live to unlock them. Your account just can unlock them. What they've done is that the Guild Wars 2 campaigns, the expansions, they kind of get put out like Living World episodes because they've got the smaller maps, and then things grow out from it. The stories are a bit shorter so that they can put expansions out faster. So they're kind of doing a both and type thing, but just calling it 2 different things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they've always got to have their little ArenaNet way of doing it, right?
Flavor, yeah.
They can never, like, WoW does fully bundled content packs, so we can't do that because we're ArenaNet. We're different. right?
Right.
Um, I love ArenaNet, but they have this habit of like needing to be the
Different.
guy that's doing it different, whether
Yeah.
that's good or not. They don't really subscribe to the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality. Um, they want to reinvent the wheel and fix it anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know what's going on with them not bundling Eye of the North. I'd say that's a mistake, especially considering what we believe they're going for. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's still a pretty good deal. Eye of the
Yeah.
North is $10. I just looked. Bonus mission pack is 6. The bonus mission pack should not cost money, but on unpopular opinion, I guess.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, especially if you're like, if Eye of the North is 10 and you said the mission pack is 6,
yeah,
that's $6 too much, or even $4 too much. I don't know. It's it should not be $6.
if we're just
That's like that's more than half than Eye of the North, which is a full campaign. Like, no, what are you doing?
yeah, if we're comparing value for money, $10 for
Mm-hmm.
a fully fleshed out campaign, and then $6 for I think it's 4 or 5 missions.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
I don't know how I feel
mm-hmm.
about that.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that's kind of what's going on with the overview of the implementation of the patch and the pricing. A big aspect of this patch is Steam optimization. So
Yeah,
they're
Steam optimization and control pad.
yeah,
Being able to use a controller.
which I understand is quite a bit of work.
Yeah.
Doing a complete reformatting of some of the control based systems to
Mm-hmm.
be able to have them be interacted with properly by a Steam controller. I do not know even 1 ounce of the actual technical jibber jabber that goes into that, but from what I understand, it's not easy. So, pretty big sweeping change there. And again, this seems in line with them trying to get make this as accessible as possible to possibly line themselves up for marketing a new product.
Yeah, yeah, and they in the December 3rd patch, the controller option doesn't just work with a Steam Deck. It does support other controllers, which I've not tested. I have an Xbox controller somewhere around here, and I have not tested it yet. I'm not. There are certain things that I don't adapt well to. Certain games I do want to have a controller with, and Guild Wars has never really been one that has that I've been like, I really want a controller for this. But I did want to test it out, so I will at some point.
Yeah,
Probably dig my controller out and plug it in and see
I
what happens.
actually, yeah, because I'm reading the patch note now, and it does say support for controllers and Steam Decks. So, you're right,
Mm-hmm.
it is multiple controllers. I didn't even realize that. I do
Yeah,
have an
that's a
Xbox
big deal.
controller as well, um, but guys, I'm not, I'm not going to play Guild Wars with a controller.
Yeah, I think when you're used to keyboard and mouse, as I am with Guild Wars, um, making the switch, it would. I think my brain would have to really just unfurl itself
If you're a
from trying
seasoned,
to.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're a
yeah,
seasoned MMO PC gamer, you're not doing this. I'm sure someone's going to do it, right? Someone will like this,
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
it's not
Yeah.
me. So, if you guys want to find out what that's like, you're going to need to go to your search bar and type in Guild Wars 1 controller, because you're not going to find that review here. But
Yeah.
they're also, so they implemented some stuff with the skill. Did you look at the new skill icons? They're like super HD. They almost look weird.
Um, I didn't pay attention too closely to the skill icons. What I noticed was the interface sizing
Mhm.
options, and I think I think the default that it came in at was like larger or something like that, because it's got like 6 different ones now. And I was like, what is this? And why can't I see my game so clearly? And look at the font. Has the font always been that? Did they change fonts on like the nameplates? And so I was like geeking out about that. Um, and I think that's what I noticed. Look at how pretty the skill icons are, but I didn't realize that they had been updated.
Yeah, all the
I just thought
lines are
that they
just
were,
like really sharp now.
yeah, yeah. And I think that speaks to the graphical work that they were able to do for modern graphics cards and monitors.
Yeah, it's probably part of the graphical updating. And they also made it so that you can Steam players can now link their Hall of Monuments, which I didn't know that Steam players couldn't do. That like really
Yeah, that's
sucks.
crazy. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys get that.
Yeah, because
That's crazy.
what are you gonna do without your 500 achievement points for your Hall of
I mean,
Monuments?
you unlock all the stuff
Yeah,
in Guild Wars 2.
it's an important part of being a Guild Wars 2 player is being able to
Yeah.
have a fiery dragon
Unlock,
sword.
yes, unlock all the skins
Yes.
and minis.
Yes, very important. And then so that was the December 3rd edition of this patch. And again, this is just like a kind of just our general impressions. There are some YouTubers that did some real deep dives on this, and there's plenty of longer videos out there. But moving on to the December 18th stuff that they came out with, which is kind of a follow-up, but also part of Reforged. We've got a couple game modes. So similar to how we have normal mode and hard mode already for like going out and fighting stuff. They have given us Reforged mode, which is an alpha.
Alpha testing, yeah.
And it provides access to a revised Prophecies experience, including a new Pike and Square outpost and pre-searing. And if you're wondering, is he reading the wiki patch note? Yes, I am.
Were you able to test this out, the Reforged mode in pre-searing?
So I did not select this option. I watched some videos of some people playing it. I watched somebody tool around in Pike and Square and fight some of the stuff, some of the new stuff north of the wall in pre-searing. I haven't seen anybody play this mode outside of pre-searing yet because it says there are rebalanced henchmen skill bars for this. And I know we have a certain viewer who's going to be very excited about that.
Yeah.
But I did not personally experience anything outside of pre-searing on Reforged mode. I guess what it does for you is it gives you a badge. So you get like a shield with a fire on it. You have access to Pike and Square in pre-searing. You get a little bit more golden experience while in Prophecies. Enemies have lower health and armor in pre-searing. That's an interesting choice. Henchmen are more powerful. The Northlands in pre-searing has additional spawns. And then the last ones I've got here are multiplayer parties. All parties have to be in Reforged mode to play it. And then this is, of course, an alpha. So this is basically easy mode for the game. It's not a challenge mode. The henchman rebalancing is to make the game easier, and the enemies have lower health. So
I don't think I even so I turned it on because I wanted to see what it was about, and when I ran into Ascalon City, it was like everybody and their grandmother had Reforged mode turned on.
There were like 15 districts. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was crazy how many districts won, and the fact that everyone was like testing it out. So that right there shows that people were interested in checking it out. I did not check the retuning on the henchmen, but I did go north of the wall. And at some point, and I don't think I tested this when we did our playthrough of Prophecies originally for the Tyria then. I didn't realize that you don't need a gate monkey anymore. So at some point that came in.
Yeah, you can do it by yourself now.
You can do it by yourself now, which is amazing. And so I did that, and so I went north of the wall. And I did try leveling up so that I could, go north of the wall and, not fail miserably. I still got my butt handed to me because some of the enemies, I mean, they have some like Oakhart type enemies that got added in, and what else was it that I ran into up there? Oakharts and Ironhearts that were they are a more powerful version of Oakharts. And then there are some Grawl they hit a bit harder. Granted, I went in on a Mesmer, so I was just trying out Mesmer because I was like, I don't know what I want to play. And I wasn't. I think I was like level 4, maybe.
Okay, so you were able to make
And
it to Piken
I,
Square. Piken or
yeah, I was
Piken?
able to Piken. I was able to make it to Piken.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll go with
I
Piken.
picked up a yeah. What, I've always called it Piken. Is it not Piken? I don't
Have you
know.
ever wondered if it's Piken?
No, no, because it's not a double K.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
Sorry.
I
This
never
is
contemplated the double K.
welcome back, friends. This is the grammar segment here on Tyria. Then,
I have intrusive
um,
thoughts about how to pronounce things, and they're usually best left unsaid.
it's okay. Yeah. So I went and I ended up picking up a quest that I had to go and rescue some ranger that got caught behind enemy lines, essentially, and I was able to make it to him so long as I ran away from enemies.
How
And
high
then
level
once
did
I
I get?
picked, oh, like I mean, they were like 7, but they hit hard. Mesmer. I was like level 3, 4, whatever. It was. I was low. I think I flipped levels while I was over there.
Yeah, I think the starter
I did
armor is
some.
like 0 armor rating or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It's ridiculous. And then I did some death leveling while I was over there. Um, and yeah, so I picked up a quest and went to the guy, found him, and then I had to escort him back to the wall. Um, and he was actually a pretty good fighter and could, we were able to duo some things and knock some of these harder enemies out. So that at least gave me a chance to see what they did other than, kill me. But that was kind of fun.
Okay.
But I don't know about. I did get a lot of gold to drop. I didn't notice a real difference on the XP gain.
Yeah, it says 5% more experience in gold, which seems negligible. Like when an enemy is dropping 8 gold, that's like 8.125 gold.
Right.
It probably matters a little more when you're dropping like 100 gold, then you'll get 105 gold. Spoiler alert, that still doesn't really matter. Experience amounts don't really seem high enough to benefit from this percentage increase either. Like if you got a full party of 8, you're getting maybe like 24 XP for a equal level kill. So you might get 25 XP instead. My quick math is probably wrong, but you guys see where I'm going. Like it's the 5% increase is pretty negligible. I don't know why they put that in.
Yeah, I don't know, but
there's also Doom's Covenant. Did you try that?
I did not try that.
Yeah, I didn't try that either.
Did you?
It doesn't sound like it's for me.
I mean, it sounds like a way to show everyone that you're trying to go for the survival title track. That's kind of how I.
Yeah, it's kind of like Survivor Plus. So Guild Wars 1 does have a title track called Survivor where you like level to 20 without dying, and then you get like a bunch more XP without dying. And I think it's 1,337,000 XP without dying to max it out.
Okay.
It's
the fact that you know that number is kind of fun.
It's leet in leet speak.
Yeah. I know what it is, but I was just like, I didn't even know that was the amount that they had given it for the Survivor.
Yeah, they millennialized themselves.
That's
permanently.
Quite fun.
And that's why I remember that, because I did do it in about like 4 hours by farming Vetirs in Eye of the North with a 55 HP monk. Yep.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Because you used to have to create a character to do it, and they actually changed it so that you can just start it whenever, even after dying 4,000 times. And as long as you get the XP without dying, you're good. Doom's Covenant is a little different. It's a little harder. You have to activate Doom's Covenant at character creation. And if you die, you lose it, and you can't get it back. So it is a truly one-time, like, hardcore mode. Hardcore permadeath mode. Not permadeath in that your character will get deleted, but your badge has permadeath, essentially.
Right.
I don't
for that character. Right?
Yeah, for that character.
Yeah.
I don't think it increases the game's difficulty in any way. because we already have things like hard mode, and trying to stack additional issues with hard mode would be weird. But yeah, any titles you earn while under Doom's Covenant will also have the badge in the hero panel, which nobody else can see that. So like, who cares? And it's just for you. It's just for you.
Which, if you want to flex for yourself or while you're on stream.
Yeah. It's for streaming and account tour videos. Let's be real for a second.
Yeah.
And then if you lose Doom's Covenant, any future ranks earned for the title will not display the badge. So you'll get like Font of Wisdom with your badge, and then you rank up and you don't have your badge anymore, essentially.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
And that's in beta rather than alpha, so they're a little further along with Doom's Covenant.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know if I will ever be dedicated enough to Guild Wars 1 again to care about doing that. But I'm sure there's people who never like went off Guild Wars 1, like ignored Guild Wars 2, stayed true to Guild Wars 1. And they're probably very excited about having something to do.
Yeah, for sure.
We can also have 4-player parties in pre-searing now.
That is cool. I did like that idea.
Yeah, I think that's cool as well. I think it's going to make grinding out your Legendary Defender title a lot more fun. And then one additional thing that they put in, and we were just looking at these before we started recording the show, classic character select screens from the previous 3 campaigns are now available once again.
Yeah, then this was totally new to me because I started playing Guild Wars after the 3 campaigns had already been a thing. Eye of the North was already out, so my character select screen has always been Eye of the North. I didn't even know that there were others, so getting to see what those were like was kind of neat.
Yeah, I remembered the Nightfall one because I started playing right just after Nightfall came out, but I'd never experienced the Factions or Prophecies one. What I'm seeing on social media is most people love the Factions one the most. I know, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know.
that Factions is once again everybody's favorite. I think the background on the Factions one looks good. It's like a sparkly ocean, and someone in some video even pointed out that like there's a whale that like jumps out of the water, which is admittedly very cool. I think it's weird that you're standing on like a very small stone pedestal in what appears to be the middle of an ocean.
Yeah. Here, let me put you on this plinth.
Yeah, it's really weird energy. Like I'm sitting there looking at my character like, okay, how do I get off? How do I go do my thing? I'm stranded in the middle of the bay on a pillar. So that weirdness has made me stick with the Eye of the North one, though I think I kind of like the Prophecies one quite a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, got that like camp, like battle camp.
It properly looks like an old MMO. Like it looks like an MMO from 2005, and I quite like that. So I might switch over to the Prophecies one. I think it's cool.
The Nightfall one is actually kind of cool. I like that one too. It's got the ships in the background.
Yeah, and the thing you're standing on isn't quite as restrictive as the Factions one, but you are standing on like a little nub of rock once again in the middle of the water.
Exactly, yeah.
It's
you got the waterfalls around. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, the scene is a very nice setting in the Nightfall one. So these are cool character selection screen options that people were really excited about. Like people were pumped to get these back.
Well, and it's this is a page out of Guild Wars 2 in that your background is selected or shown on the login screen for your character. So like if your character or no, wait, what am I thinking? The character, what I noticed is that the character background, the character background, not the character select background, but the character background had the campaign background for wherever you had logged out of. And that reminded me of Guild Wars 2. And I cannot remember if that was a thing before Reforged. Yeah,
like the little picture your character's head is shown in.
The picture
shows the like area of where you last logged out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's always done that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. I think that in itself, that is a nice visual tie between Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2.
Mm-hmm.
So another way, I mean, as we're talking about how are they branding themselves to, perhaps be a more more than 2 game franchise. Yeah, that's a cool way to tie those together visually.
Yeah, and I think I think that this is a good step forward. I think it'll get if they ever do announce something a little more concrete as far as their next project, and people are excited about it and they go search Steam for Guild Wars stuff, this will probably get more players in than had they left them all standalone. They did discount them frequently. Like I think I bought the whole franchise for like $7 on a Steam winter sale at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good bundle with some good changes. The modes are cool. They're not really up my alley, but they're a fun option for people to have, I think. And then what do you think, Miko? Guild Wars 3 in the next 5 years, yes or no?
Maybe.
That's the coward's answer.
Yeah, no, I would say yes. It would be nice to say to believe that that's happening. But as we were talking offline, after all of the hype that kind of went around the dev hirings that ArenaNet did when they were apparently producing some sort of Guild Wars mobile game, and then all of the layoffs that happened, and this was prior to COVID. So we're talking a while back now.
I think this was like still Mike O'Brien time.
Yeah, that was, and he left after that, not that long after. That is the thing that I'm just kind of like, just you can keep your mouth shut, ArenaNet. It's fine. And I wouldn't be surprised if they would be a little bit more tight-lipped about announcing a Guild Wars 3 until they really know that it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I think that the shock to the fan base when that happened was pretty big.
Yeah, and I don't know, I have no idea what like the structure of how NCSoft funds projects is, but much like if you're refinancing home, for example, they may need to like show certain things to continue to receive funding for an ongoing project or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's just investors. A theory, but that could be, like this could be a good look for investors because partnering with an outside studio, even if it is former devs, is going to cost money. Of course, time is money. Dev salary is where most of the money in gaming goes. And I don't think, while this does spruce up the original product, I don't think this patch pays for itself. I think this is money spent. And if the patch isn't paying for itself, then it's marketing for something, right?
Right.
So
right. That is a very good point. I
am going to make a bold statement and say in the next 5 years, yes, Guild Wars 3.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
With that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying right now. That's going to ensure you guys about 20 more years of Tyria then /Tyria now content. So you guys better wish for Guild Wars 3 in all honesty. Yeah. But I think that's going to be it for this kind of impressions video on the Reforged patch. I think overall we're in the camp of it's good stuff, but not mind-blowing. Yeah.
It's cool stuff.
Yes. I'm looking forward to continuing the Tyria Then show and experiencing a little bit more of the graphical update as we play along through that. Those episodes are going to return soon, guys, within the next couple weeks. Until then, though, Miko, where can people find you online?
Good people, you can find me at Inky Sticks on your social media platform of choice.
And guys, I just want you to follow the channel here. And then if you're ever audio only, like if you're commuting to work or sneakily listening at work, maybe, you might want us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We are at Tyria now on all those platforms. And we're also on Blue Sky and Twitter. If you want to follow us there, we tweet out all of our uploads. So if you don't want to miss anything, go ahead and give us a follow on all those platforms. And until the next Tyria Then episode, guys, we will see you all later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.